KHOLEK Suneater. KHOLEK Suneater, the herald of the Tempest, is among the oldest of dragon ogres, sired by none other than Ragnarok the Black, eons past. Every 8 generations, when the malevolent moon, Moor's Leap, waxes full in front of its benign cousin, Mun's Leap, a terrible storm rages through the crevasses and chasms of the World's Edge Mountains. Jagged ridges are silhouetted like the broken teeth of some titanic beast as lightning flashes and thunder roars before a great chasm that splits the mountain like a gigantic axe wound. Hundreds upon hundreds of Northmen kneel in the pelting hail and snow, chanting sonorously as their captives are sacrificed and hurled bodily into a cavernous lair. Then, as the storm reaches its terrible climax, a terror from the prehistory of the world bursts forth with a roar that shakes the roots of the peaks themselves. KHOLEK Suneater awakens, and all the world trembles at his wrath. KHOLEK is a Shaggoth of tremendous age. He is one of the first-born kin of Ragnarok the Black, father of the dragon ogres. KHOLEK was present when the terrible pact with the dark gods was forged, pledging their race to an eternity of servitude in exchange for immortality. The sagas tell that KHOLEK's part in the bargain was such an affront to nature that the sun hid its face behind a bank of storm clouds and has never looked upon KHOLEK since that fateful day. True enough, KHOLEK's coming is heralded by roiling black thunderheads. Where the herald of the Tempest walks, a raging storm blots out the sun. Like all dragon ogres, KHOLEK is energized and enlivened by the power of lightning, roaring with triumph as crackling bolts of pure power play across his ancient, scaly body. He wears great plates of brass as his armor, the better to attract the Tempest's kiss, encrusted with the patina of age and blackened by soot. In his shadow march the mountain tribes that worship him as a primal god of destruction. KHOLEK Suneater was last seen by mortal eyes during Asavar Kul's great invasion, striding south with his armies under the cover of a ferocious blizzard. The histories of that time describe a raging storm beast tall enough to look over the ramparts of Prague, a god of winter who smashed his way into the city with pure brute force. The sagas tell of how the monstrosity stalked the old quarter of the city, demolishing each and every temple within the city walls before returning to his glacial realm. If the rumors from the north are true, KHOLEK is abroad once more. Whenever the sky darkens with cloud and thunder rumbles on the horizon, all who know of the legend of the Suneater shiver in fear. For how can mortals stand against a being who has waged war in the name of the dark gods since before the dawn of man? The Dragon Ogres. In the flashes of lightning, I saw scaled legs scrabble against a rock as the thing stood upright. It walked past without even bothering to glance at me. Last I saw it, it was scaling straight up a cliff. I saw others like it waiting at the summit of a mountain, their forms throwing massive shadows across the mountains as they fought amidst the lightning. I've never been back to Icebreak Ridge since. From Barthelm Vander, a random hunter. Dragon ogres are amongst the most ancient of the world's living creatures. They are servants of the ruinous powers and resemble nothing so much as the upper torso and head of an ogre fused with the lower body of a dragon, hence the name. It is not uncommon for dragon ogres to serve as potent assault units in an army of chaos warriors. The incredible longevity of the dragon ogres, as with almost all things supernatural, is the work of the chaos gods. Eons ago, the elders of their race made a pact with the ruinous powers, embracing damnation in order to save themselves from a slow decline into extinction. They were given eternal life, and in return, the entire dragon ogre race put themselves at the command of the dark gods. Since that day, the dragon ogres have carved their names across the ages as immortals who can only die in battle. Monstrous beings that rouse themselves only in the name of destruction. Though they have lived for an age, dragon ogres spend most of their years slumbering under the mountains, and it is only when terrible storms assail the crests of the world that they stir and come to life. As lightning spears out of the skies, the dragon ogres scale mountain and glacier. They do this in order to bathe in lightning, rejoicing in the raw forces of nature, for it is the storm that invigorates them and fills them with deadly energy for their coming battles. The dragon ogres look forward to a time when their eternal bondage will end with the destruction of the world by chaos. Amid the lightning and thunder of the apocalypse, they believe that their entire race will wake once again. Until then, these creatures bring death to the enemies of chaos in preparation for the end times, hewing bodies with every sweep of their blades and swipe of their monstrous claws. The end.